Travis Campbell here of ActASAP.net, and I'm glad you're here watching this video. Today we're going to talk about what is included with the ACT 2010 Service Pack 1. But before we do that, let me share with you what I woke up to this morning. Now, you'll notice there's a little bit of white stuff on the ground. In fact, there was 12 inches of fresh powder, as they say here in Colorado, fresh snow. You can see a guy cleaning off his SUV, and we were just surprised. Well, we knew it was coming, but we're ready for spring. I think a lot of people out here are ready for spring. Let's hope that it's right around the corner. Well, earlier this month, Sage released a support pack to their current version of the ACT software, ACT 2010 Support Pack 1. And I want to share with you some of the highlights. Primarily, one of the key areas is speed. There are several areas where the application is going to move along a little bit more quickly. I'll share that with you in just a moment. User experience elements, those are the key functions and features that were added or improved in the application. And I'll walk you through a couple of highlights or my examples. Now, if you're not watching this video on ActASAP.net, if you're watching it on YouTube or any of the video sharing sites, there's a post and it's entitled My Impressions of the ACT 2010 Support Pack 1. It's going to be in that post. You'll see the link. If you're already on the site and you're watching this video, then check for the link below this video. Okay, so let's talk about specifically some of the performance enhancements. First of all, it's 2 seconds faster to launch the application, which is great. It's 27% faster if you've got a dashboard as your default first view. 6 seconds faster in launching the opportunity view. Lookups are faster as well. The contact report gained 40 seconds in the benchmarks that Sage used for running a contact report. And email merge runs 10 seconds faster than prior to this support pack. Well, let's talk about some of the examples in Support Pack 1. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to ACT. And this is the demo database here on my system. And hopefully this looks familiar to you if you're an ACT 2010 user. Contact Access tab, the default tab, if you're using a default layout. Before you could not right-click and choose Lookup by Create Date. Now you can. So you can right-click, Lookup by Create Date. This was blank. The other thing that I wanted to call out is throughout the interface there's information, for example, what username I'm logged in as, and it gives me that information when I mouse over. You see the balloon with the additional information. But also, when you're in the various views, they're now giving more information than they ever have. I'm going to specifically talk about the groups and companies. So if I switch over to the groups view, and for example, I'm looking at customers, and you see on the contacts, there's several tabs over here. In the contacts tab, it lists all the contacts that are part of that customer group. But if you look down here, you can see a total of 64 contacts, which is a great little addition to the application, because now when I'm perusing through these groups, I can quickly tally, look at the tallies that are down below in this information status bar in the application. It's the same thing for companies. If I switch over to a company and I select Circle Photography, it'll show me that I've got 2 contacts. Green Plastics, I have 4. Benny Lander Financing, I have 1, etc., etc. So very useful function, and it just makes it easier because it puts things at a glance, which I'm a big fan of. This is also true in the contact screen. If I go to a contact and I look at the notes, it now is telling me how many notes are in here, how many histories are in here. You'll notice that as well. Again, this is included in ACT 2010 Support Pack 1, as well as activities. So very interesting that they are offering this functionality. It's a minor thing, but it is a speed enhancement when it comes to user experience. I can imagine that certainly as I'm using it, and for those that are my customers as well. Well, I'm going to go ahead and minimize the application here. Those are the 2 examples I wanted to hone in on. Again, it's the lookup by create date is now back, and tallies for any of those group and company views at the bottom there. So There are other enhancements. Again, I've included the link to the full article that Sage put together for us on the post there at actasap.net. A couple things to be aware of. First of all, you're going to want to always back up your database before you perform the support pack. If you're going to do this yourself, you want to be sure to do the backup. If you have an expert that you're working with, like an ACT certified consultant, use them, especially if it's in a shared database environment. There's certain things that you need to account for that go beyond the scope of this video. So use your expert to help you get it done correctly and take advantage of those features. One thing that's been talked about a little bit is that the Outlook integration has to be reinitiated after the support pack is applied. That didn't affect, that wasn't my experience on my system, but this has been an experience some have had, so you might want to be aware of that and have that information handy to hook Outlook back in to the ACT database so that you get that email history. One other thing I wanted to just call out real quick is if you want more training on ACT 2010, a friend of mine that I partner with has put together some excellent training. I think it's reasonably priced, and I would encourage you to go over and check out Mark's stuff over at actasap.net/Mondo and get a hold of his stuff, his ACT 2010 training. Very well done. He's big on details and big on teaching and conveying the information effectively, and I highly recommend that stuff so you can get access to Mark's training information for purchase. I believe it is reasonably priced over at actasap.net/Mondo. Now, before I let you go, I want to just encourage you, if you haven't done so already, I'd love to have you join actasap.net. And for those that join the site, we'll be giving you access to the top 5 overlooked features or forgotten features of the ACT software in a story with Mary Smith. Mary Smith is a new employee. She just got a new job, and how she worked with her role in the organization and her database to get more done quicker and with less effort. So I encourage you to go over and join the site and check out those videos. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you're warm and hopefully not inundated with snow where you're at, if you don't want to be anyway. Again, thanks for watching this video. My name is Travis Campbell of actasap.net. We'll look forward to speaking with you again real soon on the web. Bye-bye.
Acho que não vou deixar você sair da minha vida. Sei que você vai gostar de estar no meio dessa briga. O que passou foi bom demais pra nós.